Hello, Pittsburgh. My name is Mish. Tell your friends to get connected with the Mish Connection on PCTV. Click like on Facebook.com/The Mish Connection. Facebook.com/The Mish Connection. Coming up next on The Mish Connection. She's an amateur filmmaker and a community activist. Give a special warm thank you and welcome for Brittany McBryde. Stay tuned for a live performance. Hello, Pittsburgh. It's your girl, Mish, and I'm here with my friend, local film artist, Brittany McBryde.
Why didn't you sing my name? Fade out, fade out.
It's all coming up next on The Mish Connection. Hello and welcome to The Mish Connection. I have a great show for you today. I have a very special guest for you, a very strong and talented woman. She's an amateur filmmaker and a community activist. She is the director and writer of The Image of Black Woman. Please give a special warm thank you and welcome for Brittany McBryde. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for coming because, we've talked a lot. We have a mutual friend, of course, and of course she is great.
Amazing.
Our friend Mia. And from then on, I've been wondering and just always, thinking about the different projects that you are in. And of course, The Image of Black Women. I just love that documentary. Tell me more about it.
Well, The Image of Black Women is a documentary that I created that deals with stereotypes and myths and what goes into creating some of these popular notions concerning stereotypes. Now, specifically from my life experience, I dealt with that of African American women, but it's actually something that everyone deals with across all lines, be they members of the LGBTQ community, whether they're Asian Americans, Indian, whether it's other subsets. So I really thought that it was time to have a more candid conversation about what is diversity and the current image of Black women.
Right. Well, give me all the credits now. The credits of this documentary. Of course, you're the writer and you are the director. What else?
I am the writer. I am the producer. I am the director. The credits go on and on and on. But I did also have some help. A friend of mine owns a media company, Holsworth Media, and he was very generous in lending me his time and his ear and through the whole editing process and everything. So it's good to know some people. It's good to have connections.
Exactly. Now, as far as, of course you were inspired by, real life, real life moments to do this documentary. Tell me some of the other moments that did inspire you.
I personally am a survivor of abuse as a child. And so a lot of things growing up, I internalized them as though they were me, that I was different. And I hear this dealing with other women because, as you know, I also work within the education system. Whether it's abuse or whether it's weight issues or whether it's not feeling pretty, oftentimes we internalize it as I'm different, I'm not pretty, I'm not thin enough, I was bad, so I had to be beaten, or things of that nature. Exactly. And I have an 8-year-old niece. Yeah. Hi, Danisha. And she is amazing. She is just such a vibrant light, and she is this gorgeous, puffy-haired, rainbow socks wearing, just gorgeous child. And every parent knows, and an aunt, and can see that light that children possess. And one day we were talking on the phone, and we were just talking about a friend of hers at school, and she was like, she doesn't like me. And I'm like, oh, of course everyone wants their child to be protected and loved and accepted. And so me being her cool aunt, I told her, I'm like, well, everybody doesn't like me. And she was like, oh, no, that can't be true because you're the best. Aww. And I was like, oh, well, thank you.
Put her in your little pocket, yes.
Exactly. But as we talked about it more, she began to say, well, maybe it's because my hair is puffy.
Oh, no.
Because I know people don't like that. and just talking about the texture of her hair and how big it is. It's just like mine, only curlier, and it's long, and it's beautiful, and it's something that, you know, the women in our family, we pride ourselves on. We all have gorgeous hair, and just to hear her, even someone who I know has never been abused, has, you know, not going through some of the same struggles with poverty that I went through. I thought that it was just me, and now she's only 8, and she's already learning that no matter what you are, it's not enough.
Exactly.
And so that really hit me hard, and I wanted to address, you know, puffy hair, straight hair, blonde hair, brunette hair, whatever, because of the current images that are being perpetuated. It's never enough.
It's never.
You'll never be able to live up to that. And so I created the image of Black women.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I know a lot of people will actually go through that, especially when, you know, their kids come home and they have certain questions, and especially like that. Of course, they wish that they can maybe put it into words exactly what they should tell their kids. And I think this is a great document for young kids to learn, you know, male or female, it doesn't matter.
Of course.
Yeah. So tell me about, like, of course, when you got this and you got this idea to put the documentary together, tell me some of the struggles it took to get from start to finish.
Oh, wow. It actually was an entire uphill battle. I had this idea, and initially I started making a film called Dear Danisha, which was to my niece Danisha. Just different women giving her advice on how to keep your esteem and how to not worry so much about fitting in, because we're all born to stand out, and just some great advice. And then I really realized through interacting with some of the women, there was something greater there. This film is shot and produced entirely in Pittsburgh, despite how amazing it looks. We used completely local people and local cameras and local crews and everything to produce it. So there were time conflicts with dealing with people, and as more people got involved with the project, we started to also notice some different tension in dealing with the different people. And it really presented the fact that although a lot of people would consider us living in a post-racial period within America, especially after the election of Barack Obama, we're really not past race. We're not. And as you look at TV and you see The Real Housewives of Atlanta, you see Bad Girls Club, you see Love and Hip Hop, you see all of these different shows, or even just looking in magazines. Really, what is the image of women? And dealing with that as they're being objectified and degraded, and then taking away from that, what is the image of Black women? You know, are we angry? Are we all sassy all the time? Do we have a catchphrase for everything?
Exactly.
Do we not like to also be hugged and valued? You know, dealing with some of those notions, they came up, and I said, wait, let's make Dear Danisha, but then the opportunity presented itself for that. And after I recognized and I honored the voice which I was hearing coming from other people and saying there's a need for this, it actually became a lot easier. So.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's beautiful how you can start with one project and just be totally inspired to go like a whole totally different way. Of course, that's the definition of an artist, so that's actually good. Yay!
Thank you.
And now you were telling me some of the other projects that you are in. Tell these people what other projects you're in.
Yes. In addition to the Image of Black Women, which is now available on my website, www.theimageofblackwomen.com, I'm also working with local artists and producing some pieces myself for an exhibit that will come out this fall. It's going to be called Black Symphony, and it will feature over 500 voices from women all across this nation. Beautiful. I've selected a different group of women from Pittsburgh that I'm going to use, but the voices will come from all across the United States, and they will work to defy stereotypes. So it'll be visual art, but it will also be audio tracks spun with jazz, electronic music, and hip hop, and just showing the diversity of women and the beauty that we all have.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, as far as the current projects, are you inspired to do anything else that you want to work with?
Yes. I'm always finding more things that I want to be involved with and more ways that I can continue to push the message that we all have a unique voice. And it's not so much about being anything, but really discovering your own voice and honoring that voice and sharing it with other people. So right now I do some contracting through schools and through after-school programs, and I'm hoping to expand and continue sharing some curriculum in Wilkinsburg and Schumann Detention Center and maybe the Y and Boys and Girls Clubs and eventually, hopefully, Pittsburgh Public Schools. Because I feel as though there's a huge service that can be done to kids when we address esteem and academia and diversity all within that process together.
Of course. Now, if people wanted to actually be a part of this, how would they be able to go about it?
So many ways. I'm on Facebook. You can find me there as Brittany McBryde. But for those of you that don't Facebook, because I understand that sometimes I could be anti-technology as well, even in the midst of being a filmmaker and being so public. You can also contact me from my site. There's a number and email address set up there, like theimageofblackwomen@gmail.com. Or if you're interested in my Black Symphony project, you can actually find the information on my website under Next Project, or you can call the number 412-256-8480 and get more information on how to be involved.
Thank you so very much, Brittany, for coming. And
thank you for having me.
just your energy alone just, brings light to other people. And I hope people actually get involved and, start paying attention to things like this. And thank you once again.
Thank you.
Now, people, I told you I had a very special guest. Now, if you want to, of course, participate in anything, if you see any talent on this show, please contact us. You can go on facebook.com/themishconnection and click the like button. Once again, my name is Smish, and thanks for watching The Mish Connection.
Hi, I'm local community activist and organizer Brittany McBryde, the creator of The Image of Black Women, the documentary now available online at www.theimageofblackwomen.com, and you are watching The Mish Connection on PCTV.
Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? It's your girl, Mish, and I'm here with my friend, amateur film artist.
I was like, are we friends now?
Because I keep saying,
because now we're done. We're really not anymore.
We're done. We're just over.